Welcome to Story Quest. Today, I will be reading Little Woman, Chapter 20, Part 1. I don't think I have any words in which to tell the meeting of the mother and daughters. Such hours are beautiful to live, but very hard to describe, so I will leave it to the imagination of my readers, merely saying that the house was full of genuine happiness and that Meg's tender hope was realized. For when Beth woke from that long healing sleep, the first objects on her eyes fell were the little rose and mother's face. Too weak to wonder at anything, she only smiled and nestled close in the loving arms about her. Feeling that the hungry longing was at last satisfied, she went to sleep again, and the girls waited upon their mother, for she would not unclasp the thin hand which clung to hers even in sleep. Hannah had dished up an astonishing breakfast for the traveler, finding it impossible to vent her excitement in any other way. And Meg and Joe fed their mother like dutiful young storks, while they listened to her whispered account of Father's state. Mr. Brooks promised to stay and nurse him. The delays which the storm occasioned on the homeward journey, and the unspeakable comfort Laurie's hopeful face had given her when she arrived, worn out with fatigue, anxiety, and cold. What a strange yet pleasant day that was, so brilliant and happy without, for all the world seemed abroad to welcome the first snow, so quiet and reposeful within, where everyone slept, spent with watching, and a Sabbath stillness reigned throughout the house. While nodding, Hannah mounted guard at the door, with a blissful sense of burdens lifted off. Meg and Joe closed their weary eyes and lay at rest, the storm-beaten boats safe at anchor in a quiet harbor. Mrs. March would not leave Beth's side, but rested in the big chair, waking often to look at, touch, and brood over her child, like a miser over some recovered treasure. Laurie meanwhile posted off to comfort Amy, and told his story so well that Aunt March actually sniffed herself and never once said, "I told you so." Amy came out so strong on this occasion that I think the good thoughts in the little chapel really began to bear fruit. She dried her tears quickly, restrained her impatience to see her mother, and never even thought of the turquoise ring, when the old lady heartily agreed in Laurie's opinion that she behaved like a capital little woman. Even Polly seemed impressed, for he called her a good girl, blessed her buttons, and begged her to come and take a walk, dear, in her most affable tone. She would very gladly have gone out to enjoy the bright wintry weather, but discovering that Laurie was dropping with sleep in spite of manful efforts to conceal the fact, she persuaded him to rest on the sofa, while she wrote a note to her mother. She was a long time about it, and when she returned, he was stretched out with both arms under his head, sound asleep, while Aunt March had pulled down the curtains and sat doing nothing, in an unusual fit of benignity. For a while they began to think he was not going to wake up till night, and I'm not sure that he would, had he not been effectually aroused by Amy's cry of joy at sight of her mother. There probably were a good many happy little girls in and about the city that day, but it is my private opinion that Amy was the happiest of all when she sat in her mother's lap and told trials, receiving consolation and compensation in the shape of approving smiles and fond caresses. They were alone together in the chapel, to which her mother did not object when its purpose was explained to her. On the contrary, I like it very much, dear. Looking from the little dusty rosary to the well-worn little book, and the lovely picture with its garland of evergreen. It's an excellent plan to have some place where we can go to be quiet when things vex or grieve us. There are a good many hard times in this life of ours, but we can always bear them if we ask in the right way. I think my little girl is learning this. Yes, Mother. And when I go home, I mean to have a corner in the big closet to put my books and the copy of that picture which I've tried to make. The woman's face is not good. It's too beautiful for me to draw, but the baby is done better, and I love it very much. I like to think he was a little child once, for then I don't seem so far away, and that helps me. As Amy pointed to the smiling Christ child on his mother's knee, Mrs. March saw something on the lifted hand that made her smile. She said nothing, but Amy understood the look, and after a minute's pause, she added gravely, I wanted to speak to you about this, but I forgot it. Aunt gave me the ring today. She called me to her and kissed me and put it on my finger and said I was a credit to her, and she liked to keep me always. She gave that funny guard to keep the turquoise on, as it's too big. I like to wear them, Mother. Can I? They are very pretty, but I think you're rather too young for such ornaments, Amy, said Mrs. March, looking at the plump little hand with the band of sky blue stones on the forefinger and the giant guard formed with two tiny golden hands clasped together. I'll try not to be vain, said Amy. I don't think I'll like it only because it's so pretty, but I want to wear it as the girl in the story wore her bracelet to remind me of something. Do you mean Aunt March? Asked her mother, laughing. No, to remind myself not to be selfish. Amy looked so earnest and sincere about it that her mother stopped laughing and listened respectfully to the little plan. I've thought a great deal lately about my bundle of naughties, and being selfish is the largest one in it. So I'm going to try hard to cure it if I can. Beth isn't selfish, and that's the reason everyone loves her and feels so bad at the thoughts of losing her. People wouldn't feel so bad about me if I was sick, and I don't deserve to have them, but I'd like to be loved and missed by a great many friends. So I'm going to try to be like Beth all I can. I'm apt to forget my resolutions, but if I had something always about me to keep reminding me, I guess I could do better. May we try it this way? Yes, but I have more faith in the corner of the big closet. Wear your ring, dear, and do your best. I think you will prosper, for the sincere wish to be good is half the battle. Now I must go back to Beth. Keep up your heart, little daughter, and we will soon have you home again. That evening, while Meg was writing to her father to report the traveler's safe arrival, Jo slipped upstairs into Beth's room, and finding her mother in her usual place, stood a minute twisting her fingers in her hair with a worried gesture and an undecided look. What is it, dearie? Asked Mrs. March, holding out her hand with a face which invited confidence. I want to tell you something, Mother, about Meg. How quickly you guessed. Yes, it's about her, and though it's a little thing, it fidgets me. Beth is asleep. Speak low, and tell me all about it. That Moffat hasn't been here, I hope? Asked Mrs. March rather sharply. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and comment down below. And if you have not done so already, please subscribe and hit that bell notification for future videos. And please check out my second channel and podcast called Viva Quest. The links are in the description box below. Thank you.